Hey guys, it's Christmas book time and I can't wait to show you all the cool ones we have. Baby's very first touchy-feely Christmas book. This book is good for infants. It is $7.99. It has different textures like fluffy, prickly, squishy, squashy, soft. It has black and white contrasting pages with simple lines that make it easier for babies to focus. And the most famous That's Not My collection has That's Not My Elf and That's Not My Reindeer. There are also two more, That's Not My Snowman and That's Not My Angel. These are board books. They are meant for babies 9 months and older. They have the touchy-feely aspect to them, the bold outlines of all the illustrations. They're very repetitious. They say, that's not my reindeer. It's something is to something. The really fun part I also love about these ones is my 4-year-old still loves them. So we've had them for many years, and now she likes to look at them and notice that there's lots of sight words that she's learning in them, and still go through and read them kind of on her own. So these are great ones for your kiddos as they're also learning to read. They grow with your kid. How great is that? Here's one of my family favorites, Usborne's Touchy-Feely The Nativity. This book would be great for babies even as young as 9 months and all the way toddlers up to 3 years old. It is a simple story. There's no more than 2 or 3 sentences per page. It has black outlines around all the illustrations. That makes it easier for new babies to see. They also have these touchy-feely aspects throughout the story so kids can interact with the book more. And it just tells really a great narrative of the birth of baby Jesus from beginning to the end. I really love this one. For preschoolers, probably 2 to 5 years old, this is the Usborne Nativity Flat Book. This is a more detailed narrative of the Christmas story, and it has really thick pages on it too. There is a great durable flap on each page that the kids get to interact with and have a part while they're reading about the Christmas story. I really enjoy this book. It's also a really great deal because it's only $7.99. Baby's very first Slide and See Christmas. This is a really fun book right in here. I recommend it for ages 1 to 4. Basically, it's got these cute finger tabs that you slide to make the pictures change. Really thick, durable pages, bright pictures. This is a great, really interactive book for kids who maybe aren't quite ready to sit down and listen to a whole story yet, but really you want to build those interactive skills in them. Loving literacy. Santa pops out at the very end. Very cute book. Here's a really unique and engaging activity book, Christmas Magic Painting. Basically how this works is you get a paintbrush and all of the pages on here, all you have to use is water. And when you put the paintbrush on there, you get bright and beautiful colors that appear. These are really great for traveling, or if you're at a restaurant. I especially love to bring these when we're waiting for the food to arrive. It's a fun activity for everybody to do together. There are 15 different pages too, and they're only $9.99 each. Also new this year, Magic Painting Christmas cards. This is way cool. This is a set that you get with a paintbrush and 10 cards. These are great to send to grandparents, aunts, uncles, teachers, school friends, sports teams. It's a fun activity and craft for them to do, and then it's really inexpensive to mail out. This one is totally legit. 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, Usborne Pop-Up Book. This is a magical pop-up book. It tells the classic poem, but it has 3D illustrations that basically make the whole story come to life. It will seriously amaze your kids, and you'll want to keep it and treasure it for years. I really like doing this one with my kiddo. This is the first sticker book nativity, meant for probably about 2 or 3-year-olds. This has 8 unique different scenes from the nativity story, and there are 230 stickers on there. There's a couple short sentences per page. It really just gives kids a chance to talk and walk through the nativity story, piecing it together themselves by putting stickers on the page. They're easy to peel off stickers, and it just really helps reinforce the details of the nativity. I absolutely adore this series. The Peek Inside Fairy Tales, this is the Nutcracker one. These books are gorgeous. They're beautifully illustrated. They have these little flaps along the way. I absolutely adore them. This one is about Clara and the Nutcracker, her battle with the mice, and their magical visit to the Sugar Plum Fairy Castle. I cannot wait to give this one to my girl. So this is a new one, Christmas Stained Glass Coloring Book. I'd say for kids 4 years old and older, and here's how it works. You basically have these kind of see-through pages that kids will color onto, and there's an example on this page of what they could do, but they can do their own design, and then you tear it out and you tape it up onto your window, and it kind of makes like a stained glass window. There are really cute designs on here. There's 12 different ones throughout the book, and this is just a really fun activity. This is a really great set. The Christmas Picture Book Pack, this is $14.99, and you get 4 different books. Let me show you. The 12 Days of Christmas, The Nutcracker, A Christmas Carol, and 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. Like I said, there's 4 books in the pack, so you could take them and split them up and maybe give them to teachers that you have or coaches, or if you're a grandparent, you could give these away to different grandkids. Or another great thing that we're going to do is just keep all 4 in our collection and use them to kind of get into the Christmas mood. Another great thing to do at Christmas time is give a really nice Bible stories book. And so I'm going to show you the 3 of these that we have. Here's our first one, the Usborne book of Bible stories. Really good for kids starting at like 2 years. There are 6 Old Testament stories and 7 New Testament stories in here. I will show you the Christmas story. It's in dual reader format, so the top line is simple and a new reader could read this top line, or a parent could just read this top line, and it makes the story very simple, easy to understand. This book also comes with a CD, that's why I love it. It has sound effects that read along with it. The effects are like water or animals or marketplace. Makes it really fun and engaging while kids read along. The next one I would recommend for 5 years and older is the Illustrated Children's Bible Stories. These stories are more detailed. The thing I love about this one is the illustrations in here are gorgeous. They're much more artistic and beautiful than the other one is. There are 33 Old Testament stories, 31 New Testament stories. They also have these cool maps in there for kids to see of the Old Testament, and then a map of the New Testament. There's also in the back a who's who in the Bible, which is like a brief bio for them to dig a little deeper in getting to know their Bible knowledge. Okay, and the Illustrated Bible Stories is meant for kids when they're starting to read independently, about 8 years old. It's a really beautiful book. It's got a soft cover on it, really pretty, but you're going to notice once you get inside that there are a lot less of the illustrations because there's more content to read inside there. There are 16 Old Testament stories and 9 New Testament stories in here. In the back there's also that who's who of the Bible and giving kind of descriptions so kids can follow along, and a pretty ribbon marker that you could put under the Christmas story and give it to them as a fun gift.